all over the place, right here in front of my door, right there.
Business owners are fed up, saying homeless people along Broadway are stealing from them and keeping customers away. And at ABC 10, we stand for you. We have been getting so many messages and comments following our recent reporting on the homeless situation along the Broadway and WX corridors of Sacramento.
And we know many of you are frustrated looking for answers. So in tonight's cover story, I spoke with more people who are affected by the problem and to their council member, Katie Valenzuela, about what she's trying to do to fix it.
I've been here for 17 years.
Gotcha. So you've seen the neighborhood change.
Oh, good Lord. Yes.
Dr. Kathleen Coleman is a chiropractor whose office is between X and Broadway. She says the crime and blight associated with some nearby homeless residents isn't going away.
It's 2 to 3 times a week I'm having to call Broadway security to come and take care of things. And I have patients that will not get out of their cars. And that means I lose business. Oh, they won't come.
I asked what she thinks about the city's $100 million plan to provide services and shelters, many of which will be built along the WX corridor, just a couple blocks away from her office.
No one agrees with that because it's not going to help. And I don't know what would help, but that's not going to help because the people who are in my parking lot are not going there.
Matt James is Dr. Coleman's neighbor who helps keep an eye on her place. He understands the frustration with law enforcement.
They're not proactive at all. All they do is come out after something's happened. If you could get them to even respond, and they're not going to even take a report. They're going to make you file it online. And if you have photo evidence, you have to submit that too. It's a disaster.
Yet he doesn't blame the police. He believes their hands are tied.
It seems like we're getting the short end of the stick. We're paying for services and we're not getting any of them.
He says the neighborhood has changed and he no longer feels safe.
I've been there 27 years. The neighborhood went from having 10 homeless old guys that drank beer by the YMCA to what we have now.
Katie Valenzuela is the council member for District 4.
It feels like the crisis has really reached an epidemic proportion. It was bad before the pandemic. It got worse during the pandemic.
She says she's not happy with the way things are and knows the criticism that's out there.
Everyone tells, gosh, I wish you cared as much about taxpayers as you do about folks who are unhoused. And I say, well, 90%, probably 99% of the calls I get are regarding encampments, are regarding homelessness.
Valenzuela says people need to keep one thing in mind.
Something I tell people all the time is that we can move people when we have a place for them to go. Without those sites, I'm stuck telling people, gosh, there's nothing I can do unless they're blocking the sidewalk or street. And I don't like telling an unhoused person who says, I'm ready, I want help, that sorry, there's no place for you, call us back in 3 months. That's not an option.
I asked Valenzuela if her constituents can expect some immediate relief with the implementation of the plan.
I mean, I hope so. It's really, my sites unfortunately are impacted by the construction calendar, so we can't really do anything. That's probably at least 6 months out. There are other sites in other parts of the city that might be able to open sooner.
I told her some people say planned sites are not being distributed equitably throughout the region.
In District 4, there are services all over this district. So this plan may have only had new sites on that WX corridor, but that's not a reflection of where services already are.
I also asked her to respond to people calling for more police presence and more police response.
My position's been pretty clear that I don't think police are necessarily the solution to this crisis. What we're talking about right now is a crisis whose root cause is that we don't have a place for these camps to go, and there's a lot of conflict that results from traumatized people being in business and in residential environments that aren't suitable to that.
She says the city's working to get the Department of Community Response up and running as a viable alternative for people to call instead.
And the Department of Community Response phone number is expected to be up and running by the end of the year.